Imagine waking up in the middle of the night with a sense of dread so overwhelming that it feels like something is watching you. Your heart races, but you can't shake the feeling. You pray, you worship, yet something in your home feels it's as if a dark force has silently crept in, taking control of your peace. You might think it's all in your head, but what if it's not? What if the very objects around you, the ones you've grown so accustomed to, are the silent agents giving demons power over your life? You may not realize it, but certain things in your home could be silently opening doors for spiritual forces to invade your space. These aren't the obvious signs of evil you'd expect, like dark shadows or strange noises. No, these are everyday items, things you see and touch every single day, objects that seem harmless, even trendy, but they carry hidden spiritual significance, making your home a battlefield for forces you can't see. And the worst part, you may not even realize it until it's too late. What if I told you that 5 common items in your home could be giving demons the very access they need to control your life? From gifts with hidden meanings to seemingly innocent decorations, the enemy loves to hide in plain sight. You've probably never even considered that some of these objects might not just be harmless decor. They could be the very things allowing negativity to linger and take root. In this video, we'll uncover these 5 unsuspecting items and reveal the shocking truth behind them. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn could change the way you see your home forever. 1. Introduction to hidden spiritual influence. Many people live their lives surrounded by objects that seem ordinary and harmless. Yet in the spiritual realm, these everyday items can hold hidden power. Whether it's a small decoration, a gift, or an old family heirloom, there are things in your home that may be giving access to forces you can't see. These spiritual influences aren't always obvious, but they exist in the background, quietly shaping the atmosphere and the emotional climate of your home. For those who are spiritually sensitive or who believe in the power of unseen forces, this presents a serious concern. The concept of hidden spiritual influence refers to the idea that certain objects or practices, often unnoticed, can invite demonic presence or other negative spiritual energies into your life. This influence can create an environment of fear, chaos, confusion, or unease. Many may not realize that items such as trinkets, souvenirs, or even popular decorations could be serving as conduits for negative energy or even demonic control. These objects often come with symbolic or spiritual meanings that are rooted in occult or pagan practices, and they can subtly open doors to spiritual oppression. In many spiritual traditions, it's believed that everything around us carries an energy or spiritual essence. In the Christian faith, for example, there's a warning about allowing such objects to influence your life. The Bible speaks about how the devil seeks to exploit weaknesses and find openings to disturb peace and harmony. Objects with hidden spiritual significance are seen as potential entry points for these dark forces to take root in your life. This isn't just about superstition or fear, it's about the deeper spiritual reality that can influence your mental and emotional state. These spiritual influences often go unnoticed because they operate in subtle ways, manipulating feelings, moods, and thoughts. Over time, the cumulative effect can manifest as a feeling of heaviness or spiritual oppression. Negative emotions like anxiety, fear, anger, or sadness can become commonplace in the home, but the root cause may lie in the objects that surround you. It's important to be aware of these items might be affecting your space, creating an environment where spiritual forces thrive. Understanding hidden spiritual influence is not about living in constant fear of everyday objects. It's about becoming aware and discerning, recognizing when something in your environment doesn't align with the peace and spiritual harmony you seek in your life. Only then can you begin to take proactive steps to cleanse your space and reclaim control. 2. C.S. Lewis's insight. C.S. Lewis, one of the most profound Christian writers of the 20th century, provided powerful insights into the spiritual realm through his work. In particular, his book, The Screwtape Letters, offers a unique perspective on how demons work to manipulate human lives. Lewis understood that spiritual warfare is not always dramatic or obvious. It can be subtle and hidden behind everyday distractions. In The Screwtape Letters, Lewis presents the fictional correspondence between Screwtape, a senior demon, and his nephew Wormwood, who is learning to tempt and corrupt a human soul. Through these letters, Lewis unveils the tactics demons use to lead people away from God. One of the most significant lessons Lewis imparts is how demons exploit the mundane aspects of human life to create spiritual confusion. Rather than using overt methods of evil, they rely on distractions, materialism, comfort, and the pursuit of worldly pleasure. According to Screwtape, if humans are distracted by these superficial aspects of life, they are less likely to recognize or resist spiritual bondage. Lewis writes, "The demons do not want the human to be actively sinful. They would much rather keep him passive, comfortable and complacent." The enemy, in this case, demons, thrives on distractions, keeping people focused on their possessions, their routines and their materialistic desires. By making humans feel content with their earthly circumstances, they prevent them from seeing the deeper spiritual issues that are at play. This passivity, Lewis argues, is the perfect breeding ground for demonic influence. People become so wrapped up in their daily lives that they fail to recognize the subtle ways in which their choices lead them further from God. One of the most chilling observations Lewis makes is that demons thrive on confusion. By allowing humans to believe that certain behaviors or objects are neutral, they open spiritual doors without realizing it. For example, they may persuade a person to keep a seemingly harmless object, like a dream catcher or a good luck charm, that has spiritual significance rooted in occult practices. To the person, it appears innocent, but to the demon it's an open invitation to manipulate and control. Through his insights, Lewis provides a roadmap for spiritual vigilance. He teaches us that every decision, every object and every distraction has the potential to either draw us closer to God or open the door to spiritual forces that work against our well-being. Understanding the subtlety of these influences is key to recognizing and fighting back against the unseen forces that try to control our lives. 3. Case study. Sarah's story. Sarah, a 35-year-old single mother, lived in a small apartment with her young son Caleb. Despite her strong faith and dedication to prayer and Bible study, she began to feel an overwhelming sense of unease in her home. The feeling was persistent, an invisible weight that never seemed to lift, no matter how much she prayed or tried to fill her home with positive energy. Caleb too was affected. He started experiencing frequent nightmares, and tensions between mother and son grew. Despite their best efforts, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One evening, while cleaning her living room, Sarah picked up an old dream catcher that had been hanging above her couch for years. It was a gift from a friend, a simple decoration that seemed harmless at the time. But as soon as Sarah touched it, a chill ran down her spine. She felt a strange unease, as if something deep within her was warning her, "This doesn't belong here." The more she thought about it, the more she realized that the dream catcher wasn't just an ordinary decoration. It had roots in spiritual practices that were not aligned with her Christian faith. In that moment, she remembered a verse from Deuteronomy 18:10-12, which warned against practices like witchcraft and summoning spirits. Dream catchers, originally created by Native American cultures as part of spiritual traditions, had been repurposed in the modern world, often carrying spiritual implications that Sarah had never considered. Sarah began to connect the dots. The heaviness in her home, Caleb's nightmares, and their constant arguments all seemed to coincide with the presence of this object. In the past, she had never questioned its significance, but now it seemed clear that this was a door the enemy had used to gain access into her life. Determined to regain peace, Sarah removed the dream catcher from her home that very night. She prayed over her space, asking God to cleanse it and protect her family. As she did, she felt a subtle shift, almost like the weight in the room had lifted. However, she knew this was just the beginning. The feeling of peace was only temporary, and there were still other items in her home that might be contributing to the spiritual oppression. Sarah's story serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the objects we hold dear can have unintended spiritual consequences. Recognizing and removing these items is crucial to restoring peace and protecting our homes from unseen influences. 5 things demons use in your home. Demons often operate through subtle, unnoticed means, and one of the most effective ways they infiltrate our lives is by using objects in our home. Many of these items may seem harmless or even decorative, but spiritually, they can serve as open doors for negative forces to enter. Here are 5 common things that demons use in your home to gain control. Objects tied to occult or pagan practices. Items such as dream catchers, evil eye charms, zodiac decorations, and certain crystals often seem innocent, but they have deep roots in occult or pagan practices. These items are used to supposedly ward off evil spirits or offer spiritual protection. However, in the spiritual realm, they act as invitations for demonic influence. The Bible clearly warns against such practices, Deuteronomy 18:10-12, as they open spiritual doors for confusion and unwanted entities. Removing these items from your home is the first step in regaining control over the spiritual atmosphere. Objects that glorify death or violence. Death and violence are contrary to God's will, and surrounding yourself with items that celebrate these themes, like skull decorations, violent artwork, or even certain video games, can invite darkness into your life. The Bible tells us that the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, John 10:10, and when we keep such items around, we unknowingly align with that agenda. Even seemingly harmless items, like a skull-shaped candle holder or violent imagery, contribute to an oppressive atmosphere. Replacing these with positive symbols, like peaceful art or scripture, can transform the spiritual energy in your home. Idols or false gods, statues of deities from other religions, like Buddha, Shiva, or even mythological gods, represent false idols that contradict God's commandment to worship Him alone. Exodus 23:13. These objects are not just cultural artifacts, they are gateways to spiritual confusion. When you keep them in your home, you're essentially allowing the enemy to establish a presence there. Removing any such idols and replacing them with symbols of your faith is crucial in reclaiming your space for God's peace. Occult tools, items like Ouija boards, tarot cards, and books on witchcraft, are known tools for summoning or communicating with spirits. Even if you've never used them, their mere presence can attract demonic forces into your home. In Acts 19:19, new believers burned their occult books as an act of breaking free from demonic influence. These tools act as a spiritual invitation, even if they're only sitting on a shelf collecting dust. If you find any occult items, remove them immediately to close any doors they may have opened. By clearing your home of these 5 things: occult objects, violent decor, idols, and occult tools, you remove the spiritual foothold demons need to control your life. Reclaiming your home is a powerful step in ensuring peace and alignment with God's will. 5. Spiritual reflection and action. Spiritual reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth, offering clarity and a deeper understanding of one's spiritual journey. It involves taking a step back and examining the influences around you, both seen and unseen. When it comes to our homes, it's essential to reflect on the objects and energies we invite into our space. The presence of certain items can create an environment that either supports peace and spiritual growth, or fosters chaos and negativity. The first step in spiritual reflection is awareness. Often we fill our homes with things without thinking about their deeper implications. Decorative items, gifts, or even keepsakes from past travels can carry spiritual significance, whether we recognize it or not. Reflecting on the items around you with an open heart can help you identify which ones may be unintentionally inviting negative energy. Spiritual reflection asks you to look at your possessions, your relationships with them, and the emotions they stir within you. Once you've identified these potentially harmful items, the next step is action. This means taking deliberate steps to remove objects that no longer align with your spiritual goals. The process can be difficult, as it might involve parting with cherished gifts or sentimental items. However, taking action is essential in creating a spiritual environment where peace can thrive. As you remove items that may be giving the enemy access to your life, it's important to replace them with things that reflect your faith, positivity, and alignment with your spiritual belief. Prayer plays a critical role during this process. After removing the harmful objects, invite God's presence into your home. Take time to pray over each room, asking for peace, protection, and spiritual clarity. This is not just about physical cleanliness, but about cleansing your space spiritually. When you actively invite divine presence, you shut the door to negativity and open the path for healing. In Sarah's story, the process of spiritual reflection and action brought a shift in her life. As she removed the items that had opened the door to demonic influence, she felt the weight of negativity lift. Her home, once filled with tension and fear, became a sanctuary of peace. Her son's nightmares stopped and the heaviness that lingered vanished. The act of reflection followed by decisive action not only transformed their physical space, but also their spiritual lives. By reflecting on your surroundings and acting to remove harmful influences, you take control of your spiritual journey and make room for growth, peace, and divine guidance. It's a simple yet profound practice that can radically change the atmosphere of your home and your heart. 6. Closing message. When it comes to creating a peaceful and spiritually aligned home, the closing message is often the most significant part of the journey. In this case, the removal of certain harmful objects from our homes is not just about cleaning up physical clutter. It's about spiritually purging our living space and making room for divine peace. These actions open a door to God's presence, creating an atmosphere of safety, peace, and spiritual clarity. If you're still holding on to things that invite negative or demonic influences into your home, it's time to take a hard look at what's surrounding you. As we've discussed, removing 5 key items, occult objects, death-glorifying items, idols, occult tools, and dishonestly acquired possessions can significantly shift the spiritual atmosphere in your home. The process of purging your living space goes beyond just a physical act of discarding things. It is a declaration of spiritual intent and a conscious decision to choose peace and God's protection over anything else. When you begin this journey, it's important to approach it with prayer and intention. Each item removed is an invitation for God's light to fill the space that was previously clouded by negativity. This isn't just about throwing things away, it's about aligning your home with the values you hold dear. And for many, that means aligning with God's will. The Bible makes it clear that a house can be a fortress, a place of refuge, and a sanctuary of peace. Psalm 91:1 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." This is what your home is meant to be, a fortress of God's peace and protection. But in order for that to happen, we must be willing to take responsibility for what we allow into our home. It's crucial to understand that when we allow objects tied to occult practices, idols, and dishonesty to remain in our homes, we are opening doors to the enemy that God never intended for us to open. The presence of these items can invite confusion, fear, and oppression into the space where we are supposed to feel safe and secure. By removing these objects, we are taking a stand against the enemy's influence and taking back control over our environment. This act is not only about clearing out physical clutter, it's about making a declaration of spiritual warfare. It's about saying to the enemy that they no longer have any foothold in your home, and you are actively choosing God's peace over the darkness. One powerful aspect of this process is that as you remove these items, you will often experience a tangible shift in the atmosphere of your home. Sarah, shared in the earlier story, felt the heaviness in her home begin to lift once she removed the first few items. As more objects were cleared, the atmosphere in her home became lighter, and her son Caleb stopped having nightmares. This peace isn't a coincidence. It's a result of making space for God's presence to fill every corner of your home. When you cleanse your home, it's not just about removing negative influences. It's also about inviting God's light to flood your space. As C.S.LEWIS once wrote in the Screwtape Letters, "Demons hate a home filled with God's light because it leaves them no place to hide." The more aligned your home is with God's will, the less room there is for darkness to creep in. The transformation of your home starts with your willingness to take action. It's easy to overlook the power that objects can have in the spiritual realm, but when you take the time to go through each room, each corner, and consider what's there, you can actively fight back against the spiritual forces that seek to steal your peace. This act of physical and spiritual cleansing has the power to change not only your home but also your life. It's time to take action. Walk through your home, look at every item with discernment, and ask yourself, does this honor God? Does this promote peace? Or does it invite negativity? Don't be afraid to remove anything that makes you uneasy or brings confusion into your home. Once these items are gone, take the time to pray over your space, inviting God's presence to fill it. Clearing your home is not just about removing the negative. It's about actively welcoming the positive. You are creating space for God's peace, protection, and presence. Once you've made this change, you will find that your home becomes a sanctuary, a place where you can retreat and find rest from the chaos of the world. As you finish this process, feel confident that you are not alone. God is with you, and He is always ready to help you reclaim your peace. With each object you remove, you are one step closer to creating a home that reflects His love, light, and protection. So take action today. Clear your home and fill it with God's presence. Your life and your spirit will thank you for it.